Hello and welcome to the D&D Grandma and the Family That Games Together podcast. For more about our history, please check us out on Twitter at D&D Grandma or on Facebook at the Family That Games Together. We hope you have as much fun listening to our story as we did creating it. Now, sit back and enjoy. Hi everyone, this is Vince, DM for the Family That Games Together. First off, I want to start off with a quick little disclaimer and apology. As you know from the title of our podcast, we are a family that games together, and we are a low-tech operation, which means we record the podcast basically with a single mic in my dining room. And it is currently the summertime, so the humming that you're hearing in the background throughout the entire episode is my air conditioner. So I do apologize for that. It doesn't affect the sound quality too much. You can basically still hear everything that you need in order to follow the story. It really isn't that bad, but if you're wondering what that little white noise sound is, that's it. Want to get a little Patreon business out of the way. If you want to support the podcast, Patreon is the most direct way to do that. Just $1 a month, the Tier 1 donation gets you access to all of the Patreon exclusive content we post, which includes ad-free episodes. It allows you to affect the in-game outcomes by providing our players with luck points. You could possibly get an NPC named after you. A lot of great things that can happen on Patreon. And it's just a wonderful way to support the podcast directly if you're so inclined. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/dndgrandma. Go there to make your pledge and get access to all the listed benefits. So I just want to give some shout outs to Critical Misfits, Kelsey Emmy, I hope I said that right, Kevin Harden, Lisa Wright, Lissa Hogue, Patricia McFarlane, The Deck of Many, and Tom Lynch. Thank you all so much for being great friends of this podcast. We love all of you, and we love having you as patrons. Also to some people who've been great supporters of this podcast throughout the months we've been posting, Shedrick Pittman, Tabletop Loot, and the Nerd Asylum. Can't ever forget those. Can't ever forget those three. They've been wonderful friends to this podcast, and we always hold a special place in our hearts for them. For those of you who aren't already following us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at D&D Grandma. You could also find us on Facebook with the title of the podcast being the name of our page, the D&D Grandma and the Family That Games Together. Please go find us there, give us a follow. We'd love to hear from you. Now, that's enough of me droning on. I'm going to shut up now, and let's get on with the game. Okay, so bringing it back, we will start going around the table. We will start with Sashim and Sariel. Mm-hmm. On Sashim's wyvern, riding into the upper city, into the direction of Sariel's Tremaine estate. Mm-hmm. Before you reach your estate, as you're starting to get down into the main road section that goes into the area where you live, your neighborhood essentially, coming around the corner out of the section where you would live, you see three figures on horseback galloping fairly quickly.
Do I recognize the figures?
You recognize them immediately. They are your father and the two guards who are assigned to him. You notice that your father is in full armor. His sword is sheathed on his back, and you can see a quiver of arrows on one side of the horse and his bow on the other one.
Okay.
And he is riding with purpose, and the guards are on their horses trying to keep up with him.
I tell Sashim, can you please bring the wyvern down in front of them? I don't want them to move.
Okay, can I do that?
I hop off the wyvern. I don't even look back. What are you doing?
I'm defending our city.
You don't need to defend the city. My friends and I can defend the city. You need to get back. You need to make sure you're okay. You don't know what's coming at you.
I am not going to sit back on my pampered noble ass while my daughter goes out there and does the fighting for me.
No, you can't go. You can't go. I can't lose you. You can't go. Get back in the house. Take him back in the house. I'm motioning to the two guards. Take him back.
And they're like, my lady, we were told to guard him and go where he goes.
Well, I'm giving you new orders.
Your father extends his hand. He says, Sariel, I know I was never the man you wanted me to be. I was never the best father. I can't just sit back and allow you to go out there and put your life on the line while I just put my feet up and get guarded by these men. I'm fully capable with sword and bow. I'm going to defend our city.
You can't go. You can't go.
I can. And I will.
Do I hear this conversation?
It's happening right in front of you.
Okay, it's happening right in front. But I'm not going to say anything. I get off.
Okay.
And I walk up to my father.
Sashim, don't let him go. Fight him back. Restrain him. Don't let him go.
I can't do that. But I can give him a place where he can go. And I give him where he can go, where he's not in the middle of the action. He'll be like the second or the third wave, so to speak.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he won't be in the first assault. Actually, I should tell him to go help the refugees.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'm going to warn you now, it's a high DC. But go ahead, roll it.
I got nothing on persuasion. Oh, yeah, and that's a big fat two. I tried.
A strong 2.
A strong two.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but this is what I feel I must do.
If you leave me, there is nothing left. If you die, I die.
That's crazy talk, Saria.
That is not crazy talk. That is exactly
You're
what's
not there. Put your
happening.
hand down. Were you raising your hand to say something?
Yeah, I was waiting.
Huh?
To say something, yeah.
You're not there.
Oh, I'm not there.
You're not there.
So
You're with them.
everybody-
Those
there.
two, no,
Okay.
those two, everyone's doing their thing now.
Yeah, you're with them and he's off on his own.
Oh,
should be-
flying around.
Yeah.
That's right, that's
I
right.
would take your father out with me.
If you die, I die, and that is the end of it.
The city needs every man they can get, otherwise we're all gonna die.
How set are you on this absolutely crazy stunt that you think you have to do?
Pretty set.
Make me one promise. I am about to cast a protection shelter 80 feet from the city wall. I need you there when it is cast, so that if anything happens and you get too badly hurt, you can come back.
I will accept that as a compromise.
I still think you're stupid, and I love you. And I hug him.
He gives you a pat as you're hugging him. I'm stupid and you love me. That's what your mother always used to say to me.
And I kind of I'm gripping him, I don't want to let you go. I don't want to let you go. And I kind of eye the two guards, fucking kill you both.
Oh, they're
when I
both
see
like...
you.
The two guards, one of which is Durthane, who's old friends with the rest of you. And they're both like, fuck you want from me?
Yeah.
I gotta guard him, he's going there, I gotta go there, what do you want from me?
If I didn't love you so much, I would cast something on you right now so you couldn't move. I don't want to leave.
We're gonna
Get back on your wyvern and go defend the city.
Is there anything in the residence that we could take? Any sort of weapons that you know of? Anything extra that we could bring along before we leave?
In her house? Not
Yeah.
really.
Not really.
The only weapons they would have are on him.
Okay.
And with that, he spurs his horse and...
Then I just watch him in silence, and I go back to kind of putting my finger over my medallion and just whispering, please keep him safe, please keep him safe, please keep him safe. And I start to tear up a little bit, and I just can't stop watching, and I'm just standing there still.
I get off the wyvern and walk over. Something I never do before. Place my hand on her shoulder. We gotta go. Now.
Nothing can happen to him. You don't understand. Nothing can happen to him.
He'll be fine.
Take me 80 feet outside the wall. I have to cast it. Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Boom.
And as you get back on the wyvern, you notice your father wasn't the only one. You notice a few other nobles are saying goodbye to family members, and it's not just the men of the house. You see there are some women with armor, getting with weapons. You see one with a spear, and there are other people who are making their way out of their houses and joining forces with the guards. Word has been spread that they need every able body they can get.
And I'm still kind of sniffling and crying behind Sashim, and I'm just can't stay on their pampered ass, can they?
Shows who they really are. You know who your friends are when danger approaches.
Just get me to the wall.
On our way.
And the wyvern turns and heads toward the lower city gate. Tor, you were booking it into the lower city. You're looking to help reinforce?
Reinforce, basically, I was thinking about that plan, maybe to put some extra boulders and stuff that we don't use onto the ship. Maybe do that plan where we use the ship, maybe to drop some stuff down on the incoming and then bringing it back.
Okay.
That's just an idea. I don't think I'll be on the ship, so I don't...
That's fine. As you make your way there are several detachments of guards that you meet up with along the way. Other volunteers, some more volunteers from the lower city than you're getting from the upper city.
Right.
There's some people that are not even in armor. Like there's a blacksmith who just has his blacksmith hammer.
Right.
He comes out, joins up with all of you. So by the time you actually get to the gate, the portcullis is just being closed behind those several dozen people that were running toward the gate. It looks like they had raised it, let them in, and now the portcullis is closing again. Yeah, kind of. And as you're looking through the portcullis, several miles out, but you can see the horde.
All right, so it's still coming.
They're not quite there yet. They're marching.
They're marching.
They are marching.
Okay.
And by the time you get there, there's maybe like 100 other people that you've picked up along the way.
Right.
And
Okay.
Adric Orksbane is there, the captain of the guard.
Right.
And you explain your plan to him about the airships and the
Right.
boulders. You've never been one for tactics, Tor, but that's a pretty good idea. I must say, though, I'm a little concerned because if that airship gets damaged, should the worst happen, we're going to need that to make escapes and evacuate the city.
We'll stick with your plan.
I like where your head's at, but I don't know that it's worth risking it. I'd really like to know we have that to get people out.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. We'll
Perhaps you can throw some boulders.
That was my next plan.
And he smacks you on what would be your lower back.
Yeah.
So he's got to go up to get your lower back.
No problem.
And then at that point, you're just put to work. Like you're setting up. There's several cauldrons that are at the top of the parapets that are being filled with acid.
Okay.
You're like up there helping tip them into the cauldrons.
Gotcha.
There's ballista that are being placed and then loaded, which takes some strength.
Right.
So you're put to work pulling back, like the scorpions in Game of Thrones.
Yes.
That, and you're put to work loading them. Okay, so that's basically what you're up to.
Yep.
Ember, Umbra, New Lara.
Rowena first.
Okay. As your wyvern and broom make your way into the upper city, you actually pass Sashim and Sariel. They're coming out, and you guys are going in.
I'm not waving.
Yeah, you look stressed, right?
Yeah. Sariel looks like no one's home right now. She's zoned out.
And Sashim was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Sashim is business as usual. This is,
Nah.
As you get to the dragon's armaments, you see Rowena is there, and she has a sack over her shoulder, and she's kind of cradling a staff in that same arm, and her shop is closed up, and you can see her wave her fingers, and there's like this arcane glow around the doorway.
I yell out, wait!
Oh, this ought to be good. Well, hello to ya.
Hi, we have I think $6,000. What kind of spells, magic, whatever? What do you got? What do you got? What do you
A
got?
bunch of gems and some platinum, and since it's the end of the world and you can't spend it when you're dead, what can you give us?
Well,
That's exactly my sentiment too.
You bring up a good point. You all can keep your money.
Okay.
I found a few things. I was going to come find you anyway.
Hey,
Ooh.
I got a pen and paper, lady. Let me know what I got.
I only ask one thing for my price.
Okay.
Could you give me a ride to the front line?
Yeah. You want to come and hang out with us? The two of us are going to be up on the battlements.
That sounds wonderful. She opens up her
Stop using that voice. I can't handle it.
What's up?
Stop using that voice. I can't handle it.
I love it.
It's just
My
funny.
favorite.
Oh, that'll be
And
good.
to save the tedious dice rolling, she'll tell you what everything is, but she basically loaded up like the last of her good stuff with the intention of finding all of you, figuring it was better in your hands than anyone else's.
Oh my god.
Yay.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay.
For you to distribute how you see fit.
So if there's anything that requires attunement, we can't use it today, right?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, alright.
I'm figuring by the time the Horde actually gets there, they're like an hour and a half out. You'll have time to attune. I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay.
This is all stuff for you to use today.
Okay. I don't know what you just gave her, but is there weapons to be had?
That's the last of my really good stuff.
Okay. Is there?
I got a few moon-touched weapons, but your fighters have better stuff than that already.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just read it out loud, unless you guys all want to pass it around.
No,
No, you're good.
Story time.
Okay, so there's one that is a parapet of wound closure. So it's a pendant that when you wear it, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores. This is somebody who is melee fighter, so I think it's...
Right.
Yeah.
Sashim with
Yeah.
Okay.
Or tour. Let's see what else they have.
Let's see what else we
You can
got.
also mix and match. Like if something else comes up that you like better, you can switch off.
Provided that you don't already have.
Yeah, one of you guys
Everything
has
that's
something,
tuned to.
don't
Yes, you watch your. I'll allow all items to be attuned to immediately,
Yeah.
but make sure you don't go over 3 attunement slots. That's the only thing I ask.
I mean, I have 2 open right now. I know that, so I'm good.
you? Oh, I wasn't sure if you had another. I thought there was another necklace flying around.
No, I don't have that.
you don't have. Oh, you got your armor.
Armor.
I have a
You
necklace.
have your 3D armor. Okay,
Right.
so that's one
And
attunement
do you have
slot.
a special
And this will be the
sword or
second
something?
attunement?
Yes.
I have a
gotcha.
necklace.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Okay, we have Boots of Speed. While you wear these
You might
boots,
have
you
to
can use a bonus action, click the boots heels together. If you do, the boots double your walking speed. Any creature that makes an opportunity attack against you has disadvantage on the attack roll. If you click your heels together again, you end the effect.
I want it!
You want speed?
Nah.
Right?
I'll hold it until...
Yeah.
Further
Are you
notice.
sure? Because I was thinking tour, especially if he has to leave.
There's more stuff coming. You can always mix and match.
Okay. There's
I have a
a
plan.
hero's charm. Once per day, you can use this charm to achieve one of the following 3 effects. So basically, you're going to get 1 effect out of using this. You may cast Heroism. You may cast Thunder Wave. When you miss with a weapon attack, you can use your reaction to make another attack against the target you missed. Once you achieve one of the above effects, the charm loses its magic until the next dawn. So that's
the next
hero
That might be
dawn.
The dawn.
good for him.
I was thinking a caster.
I don't.
But
Do you
he
have to
can
be
cast-
a caster to use it?
Nope.
No.
He can cast heroism on himself.
I don't know what that does, but you think good for him?
Heroism, you can't be frightened, right?
It gives them temporary hit points
Yeah,
every round.
Okay.
every
Does
round.
he need 4 hit points?
Keep reading.
Okay, so that's the hero's charm. Then we have the Cloak of Elvenkind. While you wear this cloak with its hood up, wisdom checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made to hide as the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you. Does that mean
That's
I would
you.
always have advantage?
Yep.
Yeah.
You would
That's
always have-
yours.
That's yours.
You would always have advantage on stealth checks. And then if you're hidden, you get advantage to attack.
So
which
if I'm
triggers-
always hidden, I would always have advantage to attack.
Yes, when you make a stealth check to hide, with that you would always roll with advantage.
Okay, got it.
She just became Arya in the library.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. And then, I mean, I would say this is me too. This is an arrow catching shield. You gain a +2 to your AC against ranged attacks while you wield the shield. And the bonus is in addition to the shield's normal bonus to AC, so it would be a +4. In addition, whenever the attacker makes a ranged attack against you, a target within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to become the target of the attack. I wouldn't use it that way. Who else attacks? Do you have a shield? Can you use a shield?
No.
And you don't attack with a shield either?
No. That would be too bulky.
And you have a shield, right?
No, I need a shield. I wanted a shield. But it doesn't have to be this one. We could still go to the armorer and see if they have just a shield.
If you were going to give it to the cleric too, you could also swap. You could
Oh,
just
yeah,
take her
you have
regular
just a
shield and
regular
give her the
shield.
arrow catching shield. If you want to do
Her
that.
regular shield
Yes, I
can
do
be
have one.
wielded by a halfling.
I have one shield.
That's fine. I don't micromanage that. If you're
Okay.
proficient, you can use it.
So then I would say this is yours and you get a +4 for your AC, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be
Unranged,
+4?
unranged attacks.
How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna keep Cloak of Elvenkind. Who wants the Hero's Charm?
So the speed one, though, I should take, right?
You want the speed one?
Wait.
I'm.
Well, for last resort, if they're after me and I need to split to go back onto the ship.
And you can split without taking any.
Right, well,
Any
yeah,
attack.
exactly. That would be
If that's what, that's fine. What else is there?
Hero's charm for her.
Well, the only other one is the Hero's Charm. It's Heroism, Thunder Wave,
Would that
or
just
you can take an attack of opportunity if you miss.
I think that should go to her.
Heroism.
It gives you temporary hit points equal to, I think it's your charisma modifier.
That was
but
my only
a
concern.
minimum of 1 every round. Point every round.
Yeah.
I mean,
You.
I'm charismatic,
No,
but I'm
Who's
holding up a
Zika?
hut the whole time.
You got it?
guys are fighting.
I'm charismatic.
Then I would say you keep that.
So who took an item?
I took an item.
So Sariel didn't.
I did not.
Okay. Then for the sake of this, they can give it to you when they get there. I know you're not with them right now. Rowena gives them a little pouch and say, give this to your bard friend, and it's going to have 2 potions of greater healing in it. That way everyone gets something.
I could absolutely picture you standing in there holding up the hut and being like, oh, welcome back. Yeah, there's lemonade in the cooler.
Pretty much that's how it's going to go down, guys. I have
There's a
snacks.
fainting couch in the corner.
You need to take a little nap? There you go. on the couch.
Take a little nap.
Okay, before we start going back in game, just want to make sure you were going. Are you immediately when we come back going to cast this hut?
I have to, yeah, because it's a ritual, so it's going to take me 11 minutes to do.
Okay, so you're going to do that while we
How long
start
does it
getting
last?
ready for this.
8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once it's casted, 8 hours.
I still don't have a longbow yet. I do want to go to the
we gotta go to the armory.
Anything like that, I'll just say you can get from any of the guards.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they're
Okay.
opening up the armories and they're just handing shit out at
Got
this
it.
point.
Okay, so I can get a longbow,
Yeah.
which is a D8 plus whatever my regular modifier is, right?
Yep.
I want to find
None of your modifiers will change. It'll just that D6 now becomes a D8.
Okay.
And your range expands. Instead of 80, 320, it's now going to be 150/600.
While we're on the
Slash
street, is there
600.
is there a store nearby that sells candles?
Sure.
Can I go in and grab a bunch of freaking candles?
There's a candlery,
They are just starting to close up.
a waxery.
You see, like, the shopkeepers starting to come out of the door.
Can I have as many candles as you can spare?
Be quick, go ahead. Okay, fine. And you
How
just
many do I
grab-
get?
Yep.
16.
Woohoo!
Hey, 16 candles.
Oh,
Oh, the 80s movie references so far.
Oh, yeah.
today's your
Molly,
birthday.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to walk back out. Do they also have a glass jar in there?
Now you're getting
An
greedy.
empty glass jar?
Sure.
Woohoo! Grab it too.
Okay. They're not even caring about the money right now. It's just
I hit you back on the flippity flip.
the mood is basically what Umbra said. It's like at the end of the world. What does money mean? Go ahead, take what you need to do and go defend our city. Whatever.
Okay, and now you guys are going to fly me back up to the battlement?
No, you have to come and meet me soon.
That's where we're going.
I'm not on the battlement, I'm on the ground.
Oh, we have to
Oh,
meet
we
you
are back
first.
on
When
it.
you cast it, then I can leave to the battlement.
Like before my final swoosh, then you guys have to be there so you can move in and out.
Got it. Okay.
So we can move in and out while you're doing this ritual.
Mm-hmm.
So I could go in.
As long as when the final swish, let me like, guys,
it's time to
it's
close.
It's coming. I don't know. You guys get there and it's
Okay.
casted.
All right. I just want to know if I could like run in, catch my breath, run back out, fight, come back.
Yep.
Yeah,
out.
that's
Once
the whole
it's
purpose
casted,
of it.
yep.
Okay.
Once it's casted, absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
But you'll get to the spot several minutes before. Well, Tor's already there when you get there, and you'll get to the spot several minutes before the other three. And Sariel immediately just chops off the wyvern and just drops down and begins her casting. As you begin casting, your father does heed your direction, and he just comes. He takes a knee next to you, and he just has his sword in the ground, and he's just.
And Rowena is there.
Rowena's with you. Rowena's with
Well,
the
we're
three of
flying
you.
back, right?
This is happening before you get there because they got there
Oh,
first.
okay.
And you are flying back with Rowena.
And as I'm casting, I'm just At least you pay attention to one directive.
He doesn't say anything, but you see him grin a little bit.
Can we keep the wyvern in there?
No, the wyvern won't fit inside the hut.
It won't fit inside the hut.
The wyvern
I'm
won't fit
just trying
inside
to
the
think, what
hut.
do I do with it
And
now?
as you arrive and you drop, you see they have a wyvern, but you see 4 other ones coming from the direction of the airship, and you see Lashana's on one.
Okay, so we could.
And they begin like circling above you.
So the one I was flying on is going back to.
Well, you have it. It's with you.
Yeah.
And then there's the one with them, and then there's the other 4. Lashana had 6 wyverns total.
Okay.
She's on one of them, and you can see there's 3 other riders.
Is there a place within the city behind us that we can say perch up there, and if we need you, we'll whistle?
You see
Will
them,
the animal
you
understand
see
that?
some of them will like perch on building tops, but right now they're just sort of scouting, and they're just kind of flying above,
Okay.
providing some cover. There's like building and rooftops where
Need
they
a
can perch.
druid.
Yeah.
All right.
So I can fit 9 people
Yeah, we don't have
inside
to-
of
Okay.
this. So we're already at
they can
7.
call.
Is there 2 more people that we think we need to have their protection insured before the final cast goes off?
General guy, what's his name?
He needs to be in battle.
Orcsbane? Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, like the head guy.
He's
we were
probably not
talking
going to
about.
want to be in there. He's going to want to direct where he needs to be.
He's riding out with the Vanguard. He would tell you don't put me in there.
I
He's
hate to.
riding out with the
I hate to
Vanguard.
say it. What about Wendell?
Yeah, where is Wendell?
Make both of you make perception checks.
Perception again? Oh boy. Because I did so well the first time.
11.
18.
Okay. You call for me, Sashim?
Damn.
And he just, out of nowhere,
I had my hand on my shoulder.
I can't even that in the face.
Where did you come from?
That's sort of what I do.
So we explained
Gotta work on your.
what's
Situation.
happening and what Sariel is doing.
Well, and now from under his cloak, you see he takes a crossbow and he knocks a bolt. He goes, well, I won't say no to the cover.
All
Where's
right.
the doctor?
Make a perception check.
Ooh.
I do have 1 or 2 other things I want to do.
Of course you do.
19?
As you're casting, you look over at your father, and down the line you can see a whole bunch of volunteers, and actual city guard in armor, and they're some of the actual city guard are making their way up to the battlements, and there's all sorts of volunteers milling about, and you think you just see a flash of a purple cloak moving about the crowd.
Wendell, very quick, get the doctor in here within a minute.
All right,
Dun, 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 dun.
Off he goes.
and off he goes. And a few minutes later, he does return with the doctor. Far be it from me to turn down an invitation from a pretty lady.
He's so cute. Okay, so are all 9 of us here? Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dad, Doctor, Wendell.
Rowena.
She was never presumed to be inside the thing.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't worry about me, love. I got my own means of protection.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Swish.
Okay. And the arcane glow of Lehman's tiny hut appears. With
So glad I put on my
the 6
deodorant
of
today.
you and your allies, Wendell Warmwater, Dr. Samuel Crowley, and Lord Fergus Tremaine.
And I would like to just say that it is opaque. People cannot see through it.
Okay.
So they don't know who is inside.
Okay.
But we can see out. Can we see the action
Yes.
of what's
You
happening?
can see
Yes.
But they can't see out.
Yes.
All right. Very good.
out. Okay. Ember, what did you want to do?
Now that I am protected, I want to get up on that battlement. Who can take me?
And there's no actual doorway to the hut. It's like sort of like a force field that you can pass through. Like, think of it like a membrane that you can just walk in and out of.
Before we all separate, I just want to make sure that we're all carrying at least a potion. So you have 2 greater healing. Do you have anything personally on you, Sasha?
It doesn't look like it.
Okay, there is 1 greater healing in the bag and 6 regulars. I'm going to say you take at least a greater.
Okay, one
Okay.
greater.
And
I
maybe
gotta get
1
one.
regular too. Yeah, take a regular too.
Fine.
Okay, so now we have 5 regulars left. What do you have on?
I think I have a couple of potions
Did you
left.
take the thing of wound closure? No, she did.
You did, right.
I have wound closure.
You have wound closure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so then, Ember, do you have anything that you're carrying on you?
I probably have like a standard,
Okay.
but I don't.
Like one regular?
Yeah.
I have 2 regulars already.
I have a regular if you need to give it.
Okay, so the 5 regulars that we have left, and you can heal yourself. So
I have,
probably
and I
do-
have 2 healers kits, 19 uses.
Okay, I don't think any of us can use healers kits, right? Yeah.
No,
you
you
she
do.
can.
Just
can.
well, anyone can use it, but you would only be able to stabilize someone. She's the only one that can actually heal hit points. That can actually give you hit points back with it.
Alright, so I have greater healing and 1 of regular healing.
So wait, did you give me anything extra?
Well, we still have 5 regulars, so
Let's hold.
I'll take a second regular.
okay. You take a second one, then you take 3, and I'll take 1. So
Okay.
that I have 3, you have 3.
All right.
Reg.
3 balls of healing.
3 regular healings.
Thick.
One last thing is that we have 1 bottle of growth potion. We can make you ginormous.
Right.
Or does anybody else want to take it?
I don't know. I thought I had one from last time.
I'm holding up a hut.
I have it listed in our potions.
Okay.
Maybe we just leave it for now, maybe later on.
Somebody
it'll
should
make it
hold it.
useful.
Will somebody take it who
I'll
might
take
be
it.
inclined to use it?
I'll take
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Because it
Giant
improves your
potion?
strength, right?
Growth potion. And it'll make you
Potion of growth.
stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you
let
need
me
that
have
right
it'll
now.
make you super strong whenever
Okay.
you feel like you want to take
I
it.
There's
got
no
you.
other potions from Marina, right?
No, she gave you everything
No.
she's got.
I have my displacer potion. Something that makes me difficult to hit, except
Maybe-
with this cloak now, I'm difficult to see.
Maybe
Wow.
Oh
Sashim.
no, that's just perception checks.
Oh, I was gonna say Sashim difficult to hit if she's gonna be
In the battle.
in the battle.
Yeah, yeah. If you're in melee, then take this potion I had made.
What is
It's
what's it
called Displacer.
Yeah, potion of displacement.
Yeah. It's not really a full potion, it's 1 vial, so you're only going to get 10 rounds.
Yep.
But what that means is that for those 10 tries, they're rolling with disadvantage to hit you.
Oh, nice.
Because you look like you're shifting.
Because you look like you're jumping around.
Once you
All
drink,
percent.
once you drink it for a full minute, anything trying to hit you has disadvantage.
So, theoretically, this is all out of game. I could take this potion and cast mirror image. Or
That
is,
would be redundant, right?
is it
That would be
redundant or is it
sick.
like,
It's
oh,
not redundant.
no, it's
You'd be
not.
ridiculously hard to hit.
oh, thank you.
That would make you sick.
I'd have to like roll nat 20s to hit you. 2 of them because I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Oh, then give it to me. So hold on to it until like it's the perfect
Yeah,
chance
Be
yeah,
to make it.
advised that
'Cause
is
it's
2
not.
separate actions. It's an action to drink the potion and it's an action to cast mirror image.
Ooh.
So be advised. Though that's preparatory stuff. You wouldn't be able to do that while you're being attacked.
That might be like your first time back in the hut when you're
Yeah, like,
feeling-
oh shit, we're getting
Yeah.
fucked up. Let me take this potion in the...
Get back in the hut, take the potion,
and then go and
and
cast.
go and cast. Yeah.
Let's see how that goes. And I'll roll 1s.
And I look at you all while you're in the hut. I'm like, I'm sorry, I won't be out there with you, but
In spirit.
You're doing...
You're
if
doing-
you leave the hut, it drops.
I can't be out there.
You're doing Paylor's work. Don't you worry.
This is what we need. You are helping. Don't worry about it.
That was the
Your dad
magic.
is
That wasn't
here,
Ember.
yeah.
Ember's going like this.
I think there's going to be a point where we got to break the hut. So
Okay. 1 second. I know, little girl in the back row. Yes, I know. Then I am just going to very quickly say this happened right before you casted it because I wanted to make sure all of you were involved. As you all arrive and you converge on this point that Sariel is casting the tiny hut, Lord Mayor Harbeck Oakenheel walks up to all of you, surrounded by a detachment of guards who look very annoyed that he is not hiding inside the main house. And you can see he's got a hand crossbow at his side, knocked with a bolt. And he sort of looks over his shoulder and he's like, okay, good. I was waiting for Rowena to walk away. She'll get very mad at me because I had to go through one of her competitors to get this. This is not exactly her type of magic, but I had a little something commissioned from one of her competitors. I was only able to make exactly 6, so don't tell anyone else you got these. And he throws a satchel to you. And inside there are 6 vials with like a transparent blue liquid. They are all potions of long rest.
I'm in love.
You drink it, all your hit points and all your spell slots come back. You each have 1. You use it, you get all the effects of a long rest.
This is gonna be a long night, guys. This is gonna be a long one.
That's your DM telling you, buckle up.
Gonna be a bumpy ride.
can taking that heal you as if you rested?
Okay.
But it wouldn't reset my wand. my
It would
fireball
not
run.
reset your wand.
It only resets me.
Yes, would not reset.
None of my charms. So like my hero's charm wouldn't reset because it's next day at dawn, right?
Yes, this would not work on items, just your own personal
Gotta
stuff.
concentrate.
Okay, now,
fine by
little
me.
girl who's been raising her hand for the last hour. Okay, so what are we doing?
I am going to, once we're ready to separate, are we ready to separate?
Everybody put their hands in.
Everybody, hands in, hands in,
Go team.
Flame.
go team.
Team.
See,
on.
see you on the flippity flip. Okay. I'm gonna. Jesus
Here.
Christ. Gonna,
All of a
apparently,
sudden
I'm gonna
your hair
start
went poof.
singing.
Your hair went poof.
Oh, yeah. I wanna get to the top of the battlements with you and Rowena, right?
I'm jumping on my wyvern, and I'm gonna go over to see where Lashana is.
Listen, we can...
Get out first.
Okay, can you drop me off on the battlement?
Yeah. I'll drop you off.
Alright, so I wanna be on the battlement.
Okay, you're going on the... I'm going to start with you, and we're going to go around the horn.
Okay.
You're going on the battlement.
Gonna go on the battlement. I wanna take my candles. And I wanna just melt a little bit of the bottom so that I can stick them up
Easy enough with your
on
fire.
the stone.
Okay.
And then I want to light all of them. And I want to take a moment, but I'm going to light them with my hands.
Okay.
So I want to like my hands that she made tingle before. I want to light all of them. And I'm going to say I always light candles for those who have fallen. If I'm not here at the end of this battle, these are the candles for my friends, my family, and all the people who I love in this city. This represents everybody. And I want to tell Samadriel that I will do anything I can to rescue my husband, who I know is out there, I haven't seen in years, and he is steps away from me. And I will do everything I can to protect him. And at that last moment, leave me and save him if need be.
Make a charisma check. Why would I make you roll dice in a dice rolling game?
19 on the die, plus 4.
As you're talking, your hands, which are the normal burning that you're used to, the normal flame, almost like when the gas gets stuck and then finally kicks on, there's like a shot of flame that comes out of your hands. And you hear, just trust in your power, child. I won't have to save either of you.
Okay, and then I want to take that little glass jar. I want to pour out all of my vials of poison.
Okay, sure.
I
wanna-
have 3.
I want to pour them out, and so that they're in the bottom of the glass jar. Take all my crossbow bolts, put them in there, and have my crossbow sitting right there next to it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take out my wand. Bring it, bitch.
Okay.
Damn.
Sounds like a plan.
You look to your left. As you do that, you take your wand out, you look to your left, and there, arms crossed, just staring at you, you see a familiar dwarf figure. The dwarf that never spoke, Trevok, with the scar down the side of his
Who I
neck,
only ever messaged.
who you only ever messaged. And he just nods. Just like that, and just nods at you. Turns and sets up his own crossbow.
Okay, that's literally everything I want to do. And now I'm gonna go die.
New Lara.
Where should I go and with who should I stay?
You could go wherever you want. You could go on the battlements to snipe. You could also ride out with the Vanguard. They'll need healers. You could stay in the hut to heal.
No, I
everyone.
like that. Right out with the band.
You're riding out with the Vanguard?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
As you're all separating and you're setting up, you all see... Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to come back to that. Umbra, what are you doing?
I like it.
I'm jumping on my wyvern, and I'm joining the wyvern patrolling circle.
You're joining the Wyvern
In the
Riders.
air.
Okay. Sariel, we know what you're doing. Sashim?
Like by the gate, just in case.
Okay.
I think that's what I will do. I will be, I'll be in communication with one of the people in the watchtower.
Okay.
If you see anything,
So you're staying or you're riding out? I'm sorry.
staying.
You're staying, okay.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
going on the battlements?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the battlements. I see
Yeah.
more that way.
Where Ember is or to another part?
Another part,
Okay.
but we can still see each other sort of. kind
Okay.
of-
I'm gonna say, just to hold me accountable too, I'm gonna put you 50 feet apart.
That's
Okay.
good.
Ember, you're gonna be down at the end. Sashim, you're a little closer to where the portcullis is.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I'm going to
yeah,
put
yeah.
you 50 feet closer to
And
the
for-
portcullis than
And
ever.
where the portcullis is, where is our hut?
If the portcullis comes right into what the main road would be,
Yeah.
the hut is 80 feet back.
Okay. I just want to keep.
That's fine. No, by
Yep,
all
yep,
means.
yep, yep.
This is to hold me accountable to the measurements too.
Okay.
Tor, what are you doing?
I'll be in between them. I'll be in
On the
between
battlements.
them, right. They'll be in front. I'll be right in the middle, like a triangle type.
So you're going on the battlements too, in the middle of them?
I'm going to be in between. I'm going to be behind them a little bit, but in the middle.
If you're on the battlements, it's really all one row.
It's one row. Okay.
So it's like if you're...
Battlement means up. We're up.
yeah, it's like
We're
on the top,
down.
shooting down.
Ah,
yeah.
shooting down. No, I'm going to be down.
Are you okay? Are you going out?
No,
with
no,
the
I'm
front
going to
line?
be. If things are coming in.
With the defenders if they break
Yes,
through.
exactly.
Okay,
Because
okay,
I don't want to be vulnerable out there.
okay.
That
So-
makes sense.
May I suggest your hood that we had made for you
Yes.
to hide your hair?
Yes.
Oh
Put your lid
yeah.
on.
My hood's up. It's not coming down.
No problem.
I just.
I can't wait to see her in action. What's gonna be fucking evil?
I gotta make some notes now.
Okay.
Got it.
I have to manage like 3 or 4 different initiative rolls. I ask for patience and understanding.
Because none of us stayed together.
That's fine. I wanted you all to have the
Literally
options
none of
to
us stayed
separate.
together?
You and Sashim are kind of together.
Wait, we don't know where Tor is yet. Where did Tor go?
Tor's staying in the hut.
No, Tor is
No, he's in
maybe
the
60
battle.
feet in front of the hut.
Yeah.
He's with the group of defenders right inside the portcullis. If they break through, they're like the backup to the vanguard. That's kind of where Tor is.
I like that though, because it might be difficult to run combat, but it's where all of us are gonna be. Like, there's no reason for me to be standing next to Tor because I'm magic and he's a freaking Goliath. Like, that doesn't make any
Question
sense.
of me being in the middle, or
No, everyone's going
no.
where everyone was.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just getting the lay of the land.
I like the way.
And as you're all setting up, you all notice as the vanguard is jumping on their horses and setting up right in front of the portcullis, and people are cheering, and they're sort of like, okay, yeah, let's go. You notice right in the 3rd or 4th line, there's your cleric on a horse, getting ready to ride out with the vanguard.
Serial yells out from the hut, "Who the hell let her go out? We need her! Are you... Somebody knock off the door! Knock off the horse!"
click, click.
Somebody knock her off the horse.
Knock the horse.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Everybody
be in
must
it.
decide their own
Well, the whole
feeling
thing-
Right.
in battle.
The thing is that if the needs are everywhere, and if the Vanguard also is going to need healing, then it should go that. They're the first ones in the eye of the storm.
and
I made a hut for you. It's very nice.
It's got lemonade and a
you
fainting
can see
couch.
out of the hut, right?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
13, 14, 15?
To the right of New Lara, there's someone that's not going to make you happy.
No! No! Tor! No! Knock him off his... No!
And you right to your right, New Lara, as you're trotting up on your horse. Right up next to you pulls Lord Fergus Tremaine.
Oh my
Volunteered to ride out with
god.
the vanguard.
And you just hear Sariel lose her shit. She's still concentrating though. Losing her shit inside of the hut. There is a whole bunch of screeching and yelling and cursing. And I told you, what did I tell you?
Do
You
I
can't
hear
get back in if you're out there.
And you can see for a brief moment he appears uncomfortable. And he's just,
Because he got
I
yelled at.
didn't want to tell her.
Did I hear her screeching like a little mouse back there?
I'm glad I'm up here.
But wouldn't that make her feel better? He's right next to me.
Yeah, he's right next to you.
Yeah. Wouldn't that make her feel better?
No!
Because I'm right there if anything were to happen to him.
Well, yeah, that's
Healing.
what you don't want.
Apparently not. She's screaming her head off back there.
She wants to be
I am
proactive.
screaming and crying and throwing like a full-on fucking fit as I'm still holding
While
up a hut.
concentrating.
While concentrating very vigorously.
Vigorously.
Your mascara's running.
And about 3 rows in front of you, New Lara, you see Adric Orksbane is in the front row. And everyone just stops right inside the portcullis and waits.
I'm sending... I want to just message New Lara real quick.
Okay.
Like-
Well within range.
Okay. New Lara, with my life, please protect him. Please do whatever you can do, please. If he dies, I die.
Your father is safe with me.
Thank you, New Lara.
Okay. Those of you on the battlements, Tor would have a hard time seeing this. There's a lot of people in front of you. Nulara, you probably see this. Umbra, you're up in the air. You definitely see this. And Ember and Sashim. The Horde stops about 500 feet away from the gates. So they pull up about a football field and a half away. And a detachment, about a dozen figures on horseback, you can see break away and begin riding toward the gate. And as they get closer, you see the figure in the lead is not a Duergar, but a regular dwarf, accompanied behind him riding 7 Duergar, 3 hobgoblins in splint armor, and you do see 1 bugbear also riding. They stop maybe about 100 feet away from the gates, and the 1 regular dwarf rides up another couple of feet out in front of his people, and he takes a large object out of his saddlebag. It looks like almost like those megaphones that they give out at like high school sporting events. It looks kind of like that, and he holds it to his mouth, and as he speaks, the words echo as if he's right in front of you. You don't see this, but you hear it.
I can hear it.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Clear. Everyone can hear it.
Okay.
Denizens of Whitebridge, our Lord and Sovereign General Kazim does not wish for unnecessary bloodshed. You see the forces before you, and those of you with brains know the battle is already lost. Thankfully, our Lord is a merciful one, and offers you a chance to avoid the full weight of his army crashing down on your walls. You just need to meet 2 simple, teeny-tiny requests, and no one needs die here today. Number 1, open the gates, allow us to march in, and swear fealty to the Lord and Sovereign General Kazim. And when he says this, you hear like a loud like sound come from the army as melee weapons get raised into the air. Number 2, hand over the red-headed Goliath. Do both of those things, no blood will be spilled. Do them not, every citizen of Whitebridge will be put to the sword. You have 1 hour. And with that, they all turn and they gallop back toward the main army.
My answer would be, if I could, would be a lightning bolt. Right out of something. We're not going to get out of it. So we're going to have the first blow. It's going to have to come from us.
Come down from the battlements and reconfirm with Tor. When the shit really goes down,
You better get ready.
hut.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you come down from the battlement, you can see Adric Orcsbane has made his way through the vanguard and has walked back to Tor. I hope you're not thinking about doing something stupid like surrendering. I'm afraid I could not allow that.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Just checking.
Sariel inside of the hut, still looking at her father, like laser focused, but still somehow concentrating on the hut, just crying, like, please don't go. Please don't go. Don't go. You don't have to go.
While I'm on the battlements, can I look left and right? Does anybody have a spyglass?
Yeah, there's a couple. You can see like the officers of the town guard would have it, yeah.
Since I have a minute, I want to walk over and ask to borrow one.
Okay. They hand you one. What are you looking for?
My husband.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
11.
You can see there's a section way in the back where the army is, and you can definitely see that there's prisoners that have now been forced to sit, and they're just sort of like in a huddle. Hard to tell from
How
here.
far away are they?
The prisoners are close to 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. Okay. I'm waiting for him to get closer.
Any last minute preparations anyone wants to do?
No. I just wanted to
Any
tell
last-
Tor.
Any
Okay,
last
fine.
prayers?
Hut, invisibility, sewer.
Okay, are you staying with Tor or are you
Bugbear.
going back up?
I'm going back up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bugbear.
How many
Oh.
of them are like we just estimating? Because I know we did
Total?
that scouting thing, and I'm
You
just
mean-
trying to get an understanding of the size of the horde.
Total army?
Yeah.
Thousands.
Thousands of them.
Thousands.
It's like Magnificent Seven.
Awesome.
Well,
It looks like it's-
6.
It looks like it's somewhere. Actually, you know what? Make a perception check. Fuck it. Make a perception check.
Then we'll do the math.
That's what my plan is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that until...
12.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm thinking
You're
more-
seeing several thousand Duergar alone. And that doesn't even
Several
count the hobgoblins, the bugbears, the hill giants and ogres.
Well, how many hill
Many
giants and
giants.
ogres? How many giants are there?
Yeah, how many giants are there?
It's significantly less giants than anyone else. It looks like they have the
But still
few.
in the hundreds, you think?
It's in the hundreds, yeah.
Can I message Adric Orksby? When do you want me to set my fire? And are there any other mages that you want me to confirm with?
Set your fire.
Well, do you want me to start fireballing them right now?
But we're not surrendering.
I mean, I could tip this off right now and just start lighting shit up before any of the Vanguard get there.
Not quite yet.
Okay, I'm gonna message you one last time, and when it's ready, just say go ahead. I want to be strategic along with everybody else.
After about 45 minutes, you see machinery being pulled by the ogres and the hill giants. You see 12 catapults, all being loaded, boulders being put in.
On their side.
6 trebuchets, which are like those big catapults that then fling the boulder.
6 trebuchets and 12 catapults.
And you also see 3 contraptions that look on wheels, long metal tubes, and there's some sort of black powder substance. Those of you that can see it, Umbra, Ember, and Sashim, make intelligence checks.
20.
17.
Okay.
5.
No clue what they are. Sashim
Toria doesn't either.
Sashim and Umbra, you've only read about these things, you've only heard about them in legends, you've never seen them in person. These are cannons.
Oh.
Oh boy, do we
Good to have the
let the
information.
others know?
That's,
Yeah,
you're
maybe
seeing
you-
them, but you're back in your position. You can do what you want.
Can I yell and they hear? Should I tell one of the officers that
Sure,
are on?
you can do whatever you want.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to one of the officers on the battlements and tell them, yo, they have this.
Shit.
You better send the word
Me
down
and
across
Kristen.
the
And
battlements.
he right away makes his way.
Okay.
Tor, you had something?
I had a question.
You can come and land
I know
by
you
me, I'll
say
give it to you.
4 javelins. I know I had a couple of lightning.
I forget how many, if you had 3 or 4.
I had about 3 probably.
You had at least 3.
I had about 3. Maybe you could call me up there and I could use.
That's up to you if you
Try
want
it.
to come up.
Come up and check a few of those.
You can do that if you want.
Because they're still at a distance. I could come up there, chuck a few at one or two of those cannons or whatever.
I'm gonna message
What do you-
Umbra.
That's an
And
idea.
say-
That's up to you.
You
What
guys
the hell
know.
are those things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my vantage point, we're looking at some scary ass cannons, a few trebuchets, and some catapults.
You've heard of cannons,
What?
so when she says cannons, you
Yeah,
know
it's
what
gunpowder.
What should I aim for first? Would those cannons explode and hurt them if I went for them first?
It depends on if they loaded them or not, from what I've read.
In all honesty, there's no cannons without gunpowder, so I would look for barrels.
Okay.
And then obviously the wooden contraptions of the catapults and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Set it all on fire.
You're
Don't
so
even go for the
flippin'
guys.
smart.
Set it on fire.
Yeah, you knock out the big weaponry first.
Oh, guys.
So good,
The music is starting now. Yes!
The army, after another 15 minutes, the riders come back out and the army begins walking very slowly,
Don't go.
creeping closer.
I guess I went up to where you guys are.
Tor joins you on the battlements.
Right.
I'm slightly annoyed, but I understand why.
At this point, it is now full dark, and this dwarven figure, trotting on his horse, rides back up with his 11 compatriots.
That's enough.
He rides up to 100 feet from outside the gates. Out comes the cone. So, what will it be, Whitebridge? And that's where we're going to take a break. Why carry around the books when you can take just a few cards to your games? The Deck of Many makes easy to use and easy to transport quick reference cards for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, containing information on monsters, weapons, conditions, NPCs, spells, and even a deck of many things. Go visit deckofmany.com and pre-order your set of animated spell cards today. Thanks for listening to the D&D Grandma and the Family That Games Together D&D podcast. If you liked what you heard, please consider supporting the D&D Grandma Patreon, and feel free to check us out on Twitter at D&D Grandma. Thank you, and keep on rolling.